$50 in merch equals 50 chances to win. That's how we do it. Every dollar spent in our store is a bonus point towards the prize. Look good, feel powerful, and boost your entry score with every drop. Get fly, get entries, get paid.
The air reeks of devotion long misled. This land once knelt to silence, not to the Creator.
Dares trespass upon the altar of the forsaken gods.
I walk under the light that your idols could never imitate. Their altars will not stand again.
Light, a name whispered by slaves. We forged power from freedom.
Freedom without truth is the oldest chain. You wear it proudly.
Your kind speaks of commandments, yet you kill and conquer.
We cleanse corruption, so creation can breathe again.
With the faith your God abandoned.
He abandons none, only those who forsake him.
Faith blinds you. Creation belongs to those who seize it.
Creation was spoken, not stolen. You will fall with the rest who tried. I do not fight for glory. I fight because evil still breathes.
Then suffocate in your virtue.
The light judges through me.
Then let judgment burn.
pressure, breaking through the pain. We'll never quit. I'm built for the weight, turn the volume loud. Let them feel the fate, they said I'd break, but I'm still intact, my spirit's unshaken. I don't ever crack, I've got the soul that's divine, what they call the limit, I redefine. I'm the one they'll remember, when it's all done. Standing on the mountain, glowing in the sun. Roaring, every hand's high. Felt the storm coming, but I learned to fly. All the tears shed, built my foundation. Now I'm running the game, no hesitation. Victory's sweet when you every scar tells a story of pain, but I'm still here, stronger than ever. The fight's never over, I'm a champion forever. We'll never lose We'll never quit, We'll never lose, We'll never quit, I'm a winner.
Does your light not consume me? We served gods that promised freedom and chained our souls.
Those chains break only through repentance, not rebellion. Evil never sleeps. It only waits for men to forget it exists. May the soil remember righteousness once more. One battle closer to the throne. One step nearer to the truth.
I'll never ever quit, never be defeated. I'm never ever going down. Pain in my reflection, but it fuels my soul. Tried to dim my light, but I'm still in control. I've been through the fire.
Lord, let me not become what I destroy.
Feel my spirit, it's electric alive. I'm a warrior, I'll thrive, yeah, I'll always survive. I'll never ever cower, I'll never ever break, I'll never ever bend the knee. Said I'll never ever quit, never be defeated.
Okay, so I just finished this anime. I just finished episode 4, which is the episode that you just saw over here. And what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to put this stuff on different channels, right? So on this channel, like, I'm going to have some commentary at the end of the episodes, you know what I'm saying, talking about what I've been working on. And on the other channel, that is just going to be like straight up, just the animation, nothing else, right? So what I've seen so far is, like, when I'm posting the stuff on this channel, like, I definitely don't get any views because, like, the audience is obviously different, right? They're more focused on more grown-up topics. However, like, you know what I'm saying, we can still, like, put things on here, and I guess maybe the algorithm is not understanding why I'm posting this stuff on this channel, which is different from the stuff that I've posted before. The reason I'm actually building this thing is, is basically I've seen what, DC and Marvel were doing, right, with characters that I grew up loving. And some of the stuff that they're promoting and trying to make heroes into characters that are not necessarily heroic, right? If you look at, like, the Harley Quinns, like the Poison Ivies or whatever it is, right? One particular aspect, but you can also look at what they did with, John Kent, Superman's son, what they're trying to promote with that particular content, because they know that, like, teenagers and kids watch those things, so they're trying to make those type of things seem heroic when they're not. So to counter that, because I do understand that there is, what some people call a culture war. I don't think it's a culture war. I think it's the ancient war that has existed, for, like, a long time, right? Since the birth of humanity, I guess, depending on what you believe in. If you believe in, like, science, if you think that we just came from, I guess, cells that just were walking in water and then, developed eyes, and then from eyes to feet, and then feet to monkeys and whatnot and so forth. Like, if you believe that particular thing, then you don't think that this is an issue, right? But if you somebody that believes in scripture, or you understand, like, there's definitely a difference between good and evil, and there's an evil side of things and there's a good side of things, and you can make evil be good, right? You can't do that. So, like, what's happening with those type of companies, they're promoting things that don't actually push society forward. Now, this is not to say that, like, if you choose some of those things that they're promoting there, like, you don't have the right to choose it. You have the right to choose however you want to live your life. However, we have to look at some things that actually, propel humanity forward, and things that don't propel humanity forward. So, like, my particular series is about something that actually promotes or move society in the right direction, right? Because, like, we're supposed to be here, be fruitful and multiply. That's what we're supposed to do, right? So if you choose, lifestyles that don't, go against that particular thing, then obviously we're not advancing. So to counter that, I created this Palladium universe, which is obviously something that, kids can watch, and then they can, try to emulate, in terms of goodness, right? In terms of being, righteous, in terms of, doing the right thing, or choosing the right instead of the wrong, right? And obviously there is adversity in most of, the content that I'm building. It's not just something that is just fighting, just for the sake of fighting. It's a character that's going through his journey, and you see that as I develop the storyline and he goes through these journeys, like, he does have some adversity. It's not just, like, again, like a superhero fighting somebody, right? But anyway, man, like, that's what I'm building on this particular channel. And obviously in this episode, he's fighting this particular character, and there's a challenge in, different philosophies, right? If you saw, like, the first one, it was basically, like a foot soldier that he fought in that particular one. And I do give, like, opportunities for ownership on this particular series or this IP that I'm building, right? If you want to become part of it, you can always join, right? And on the second episode, it's obviously a different character. He's fighting the Sentinel of the planet Dragon. They kind of look like, demons in a particular instance, but they're not necessarily demons. They are like a dragon, like, civilization, right? They have wings, which is similar to demons, but they're not really demons, right? And then obviously when we go to the third episode is fighting another character in this particular one, and again, another philosophical difference. Chapter 4 is something that is similar to that as well, but keep on progressing with this particular race that he's on this planet. He's there to grow as a character, right? So right now I'm working on episode 5. I'm almost done, and I'm going to upload that. But again, I'm going to be giving some commentary behind the scenes so that it's a little bit different, because when you upload the stuff on YouTube, at times they may hit you with like, okay, it's repetitive content because it's on another channel, it's exactly the same. So I have to kind of like separate the two things. But anyway, man, I hope you guys enjoy the episode that I'm building. Even though it's not getting a lot of views, I don't really care. It's something that I'm enjoying doing, and I'm experimenting on it. So I'm going to experiment on it for like I guess for about 144 series, which is like a year. I'm looking to bring about 3 episodes a week, and we'll see like how that goes, right? So the goal is to build this thing for the next foreseeable future. Hopefully in 5 years I can get to the live action aspect of this. So this is one of the businesses that I'm building in the Satan Finance Collective. That's why you see the ad that's on there. If you want to support the channel, if you want to support this particular IP, you can always go to the Satan MME Finance Collective and join there, you know what I'm saying, and then we build the businesses, and this is just one of them. Or you can just basically go buy the merch, or you can just watch the content here, like, subscribe, and so forth, right? So I'm building this for the kids, obviously from 8 to young adults, right? Just like a shonen type content. I wanted the animation aspect, because obviously it takes me longer to hand draw the stuff, like to do frame by frame. I think it will take me like maybe 5 months to like a year just to make a 10-minute episode, like doing it that way, right? But with AI, I can obviously do it way faster. I can produce content way faster, and we can get to the storyline as fast as possible. It's not perfect, but I think by the time we get to maybe Sora 3 or Sora 4, obviously things are going to be a little bit different. But yeah, man, that's what I have for this episode. It is more so like my thing of getting into this so-called culture war and fighting the best way that I can, right? We saw what happened with the Charlie Kirk situation and division that's actually happening in the States between the left and right. It's not really a left and right issue. It's good versus evil issue, right? When it came to the Charlie Kirk situation, what I'm saying, that you saw like how some people were celebrating it, and I think that has something to do with culture, right? Obviously, like what has happened with things like Marvel and DC, because those are the things that kind of like influences people to go in specific directions. Also, you can look at manga and anime or whatever it is, right? It also influences cultures in different directions. So like you rather get in there and influence culture or civilization in the right way. That's why I'm building this. But anyway, man, that's enough for me of rambling on this particular topic. Hopefully you like the content, what I'm saying. Let's subscribe for more. If you don't want to see the content here, you can always go to the animation channel that I have on there. It's called the Saving Rob Palladians, so you can just check for that. I'll put the description in the link in the description, and then you can always go check out some of the content over there if you just want to watch the animation. But yeah, man, it's something for the kids, something for the young adults and the teenagers, so that they can watch during their development processes, right? But yeah, man, hopefully you enjoy it. Like and subscribe, and if you have something to say, just put it in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.